Yo guys, Mike for Sim Racing 604. Welcome back to Assetto Corsa. You are on board the new Radical SR10 XXR, and we are here at the Nurburgring Nordschleife. Gonna see what I can do for lap time here. I'm guessing it's gonna be somewhere around the 6-minute 45 mark. As you can see, well, you can probably see, I am being chucked about. I've got the motion turned on in my rig for the first time in a while, actually. For whatever reason, I've just been busy with other things and haven't had a chance to turn on the motion much lately. It does make recording that much more difficult, so maybe that's my excuse, but either way, I'm going to enjoy this. This is a very, very fast car, but it has a lot of personality in how it drives, let's just say that. Can't be too hard on the brakes, can't be too hard on the throttle, especially if you don't have the car pointed perfectly down the track. Coming up to the 1 minute mark here on a good pace. And yeah, you'll notice that my braking zones are quite long. Just simply by dint of not wanting to lock up or have the back end come around, as this car is known to do. Whoa. Yeah, this car is a monster. Let's go, baby. So again, targeting somewhere around a 6-minute 45. We'll see what we can do with that. I don't know if I will actually hit it. There are certain cars that me as a fairly mediocre driver are comfortable pushing. This isn't one of them. I would say that my abilities with this car are very limited. In the right hands, I have no doubt this is a, 6-minute 30 and change car, but these are not those hands. Whoa, big bump. Whoa. But as far as smiles per mile, this SR10 XXR ranks very high. Ooh, sliding there. Easy on the throttle, managed to save it. Just about at the northernmost tip of this famed German circuit. Deep into the forest. And we're gonna give back a lot of time on the Dottinger Straight, because this car, it's very, very quick in terms of its acceleration, not so quick in terms of its top speed. You can kind of see it there, 247. It doesn't struggle to get past 250, but it's not hypercar levels where it just kind of zooms past 250 without a second thought. And again, we'll go easy on these brakes here, as to not lock up. Had too much throttle too soon there. Had the car fighting a bit. Come on, girl. Oh, rattling my bones through that one. As much as I love the carousel, it is hard on these old man joints of mine. Let's go, baby. Coming into my favorite section, maybe in all of racing. I mean, does it get better than that? Probably, but where, I don't know. Nice and easy, gotta keep it off the curb here. That inside curb, this curb obviously is fine. around there. You got this. Five minutes, come and gone. Woo! Oh, big heave effect coming over the crest. Just a few more corners to go, then we get a break down the Dottinger Straight. 1 minute to go if I'm going to beat that 645. Doesn't look like I will, but that's okay. There's certainly a lot of tuning that can be done on this car, and like I said earlier, in the right hands, I'm sure this would be much, much faster. But I think I'll be like a 650-ish probably. Which I don't love, but yeah, I'll have to accept it for now. I'm sure I could drop a bunch of fuel. Maybe tweak the tires a bit and get it down under that 645. But for now, let's see if we can put it in at 650. Come on, girl. Gonna be aggressive through the last few corners. Get here 647, not bad. Okay, so that 645 is very doable, but ooh, that was a blast. That was a blast. All right, we still got one more to go. So can a GT3 car beat that Radical's time? We'll find out. We have what I believe is the greatest GT3 car ever made for Assetto Corsa, the Lanzo V10 EVO2, aka the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 EVO2. And will it beat that 647? I believe it's definitely possible. I know some people are doing like 630s in Assetto Corsa and GT3 cars. First of all, I'm not one of those guys. Secondly, I don't know the car well enough to you know, really know where to push on Nords, so we'll just have to see how things play out. But all in all, I do believe that it is very possible to beat that 647. And we will know in about 6 minutes time. So this is, as I say, probably the best GT3 experience you can have in Assetto Corsa. Just a tremendous driving car, tremendous sounding, tremendous looking. You can hardly do better in any facet. And yeah, definite top speed advantage. You can see I'm cresting 270 there. And huge amounts of confidence under braking. In spite of that understeer, I think that came down to the driver. In spite of that understeer, there's just so much more confidence under braking that that back end isn't going to try and kick out on you. Bit rocky coming down the hill, but that's okay. And yeah, just so much more confidence in these corners. Car feels very planted by comparison. I don't know exactly the weight difference. 725 kilograms in the Radical to whatever GT3 is homologated to. Probably should know that figure.
Subscribe to Sim Racing 604, my favorite YouTube channel.
And yeah, car feels great. There is nothing that I would say this car could do better, honestly. I just, yeah, I don't see any GT3 car better than this in Assetto Corsa, period. You can go back and check out my review if you want to hear more blubbering. Otherwise, you can just stick around and see if I can push this under 6 minutes 47 seconds. Thus far, somewhat confident. Yeah, I think we're just about even. Very, very close on time. I think coming out of this next right-hander, I was about a 3:05. So a few seconds off. But I think we'll see some of that time made up in the Dottinger Straight. And probably even up this hill here, that extra bit of horsepower, the extra bit of grunt in this Lamborghini's V10 engine could be the difference maker. But perhaps not. I think we're topping out at about 250 in the Radical. And very, very similar figure here, obviously. But yeah, the braking is just on another level in terms of its confidence in this EVO2 rather. You can just slam those brakes, dump it into the carousel without a second thought. Come out of the carousel and just launch, man. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Whoa. One of those days where you feel lucky to be a sim racer at all in a setup like this, in a car like this. Five minutes now gone. Oh boy. Big thump as we came hard landing onto that ground. But no real threat of the car coming out of control. That, on the other hand, did feel like I was going to lose control. Carousel number 2. And was this the point last lap where I said 1 minute to go? If it was, then I'm about 5 seconds off. We'll see what a difference a larger engine makes. Engine revving up near 8,000 RPM. Absolutely incredible. 260. Coming up to 270 kilometers an hour. Oh my gosh, this thing is a monster. Will we beat the 647? It's going to be darn close. It's going to be darn close. I think we're going to be slightly behind it, though not by much. That was exactly right. About 1 second off, a little over a second off. But what massive fun. And shout out to the Radical, man, that thing's quick. Shout out to both cars though, brilliant. So much fun doing this. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and we'll see you next time.